Welcome back to What If Ash Evolved All of His Pokemon. Okay, so we are going straight into Unova. So the episode starts with Ash ready to go at the lab. While he's there, we see Riolu sneak up behind him. Though Riolu quickly disappears, only for it to return on top of Garchomp's head. And we see the little blue coyote Pokemon slip something into Ash's backpack, but Ash does not notice. Okay, then things go normal for a while, with them still meeting the Dark Dragon Electric Legendary of the Unova region. And Pikachu becomes sick. But during this moment, when Ash is in high stress, his aura flares up, and suddenly Riolu appears. Clearly, Riolu has come responding to the high flare of aura from Ash. But why is Riolu here? Ash wonders. He left it in the lab. And so when Ash questions Riolu, it sheepishly points to the backpack, and reaching in, Ash finds 2 Pokeballs. Out of the second one comes Garchomp. Not Garchomp, Garbite. Not yet a Garchomp. And Riolu seems to really want to continue to learn and grow. And Ash cannot blame Riolu for that. So Ash decides that yes, he will let these guys continue with him. And then, of course, doing its usual thing, Garbite jumps up and bites the top of Ash's head. Though, unlike when it was a Gabble, it will not just be falling, just be staying on top of Ash's head. Anyways, Pikachu recovers. Ash still compliments Oshawott after he's trip and bullies the poor thing. And now Ash will be battling Trip with Riolu. Ash is going to win. Oh yes, another thing worth noting, when Garchomp bites Ash's head, suddenly all of his memories return. We are not having the stupid Ash. No, this guy is going to have the same intelligence as in Sinnoh. Ash is still going to throw a Pokeball at a poor young trainer because of his Pokédex somehow seeing through her hair and noting her starter Pokemon. And so nothing's really going to change until Ash runs into the Deerling herd, as this time he is going to be using his Pokemon. But unfortunately, the herd is still going to try to run away, but Riolu and Garchomp will corner the slowest and smallest of the group, allowing Ash to catch it. Then we are still going to have the Sandile episode with Ash catching Oshawott, but Sandile is going to actually decide that the land shark is his rival instead of poor Pikachu. So he's still aiming high. Then we are going to run into Tepig. This will go the same as in normal. And then Ash's battle. In this gym battle, it is going to go mostly the same. Pikachu is not going to lose, but Ash is still going to want to battle all 3 of them. It's just a sweep. Congrats on your first badge, Ash. Then we are going to have the Snivy episode. Normally Ash catches this grass starter, but he's going to run into a problem as his only female Pokemon is the Deerling, and this Deerling, unfortunately, is pathetically weak. If I were to give it a level, it would probably be level 2. So, not the greatest Pokemon. So, Ash is going to lose against the grass type. However, I'm not cutting the grass type completely out, as we are going to let the grass type trainer traveling with Ash actually do something he does not do in the anime. Catch a grass type. Yay! Anyways, then we're gonna have the episode with the unique trash bag Pokemon, and Ash is going to be getting his egg. Then we're gonna have the next gym, which goes just like normal. Ash is going to be able to hatch the egg. But while Ash does catch it, Ash has a full team, but he doesn't want to just leave the poor newly hatched Pokemon alone. So Ash is going to keep it on his team while not having its Pokeball. Then we have the next episode, and in this episode, Ash does catch the grass bug type normally, but in this timeline, because Ash has the baby Pokemon with him without it being in a Pokeball, it's going to roughly headbutt the grass bug type, causing the bug Pokemon of Unova to flee. So, effectively stopping Ash from catching this bug Pokemon. Then we've got the next few episodes, and one of the most important things, the only thing that matters, is Sandile will be evolving. Congrats, buddy! Then we will have the Venipede episode. This normally is a episode for Ash's flying type that he does not have in this universe. But then we'll have the gym battle, and Ash will simply use Riolu as his last Pokemon. Nothing will change battle-wise. Riolu will still be able to win, but it will be a bit rough. Okay, then we have the episode where our friend Oshawott loses its scallop. This will still go the same, but we will see something, as before this, Riolu was the goofball comical relief character, with it being so curious and disappearing into thorn bushes, forcing Ash to have to go get out. But Riolu has grown past that, and we now have Oshawott, and these two have different kinds of goofiness. Oshawott is just a silly Pokemon. Riolu was a child and simply trying to learn of the world, and Riolu doesn't really like the goofy personality that causes trouble of Oshawott, so these two will be butting heads a little bit during this episode. Then we will have Ash's next battle against Trip, with the first round using Deerling going poorly, but the second round and third will go the same. And then we've got the episode about Oshawott learning to open its eyes during Aqua Jet. But in this episode, Ash does try something else, as well, a decent amount of what was going on is different. Meditating did help his Chimchar learn to control its blaze ability. So he's going to try to work with Oshawott mental power. So there is some of both what goes on in the anime's episode and a bit of meditating going on here. And in the end, it does work. Oshawott does still learn to open its eyes. And after this, though, Oshawott wants to do one more thing. Oshawott wants to battle Riolu. So Ash allows this, and the two engage in a friendly sparring match. As with the meditating and everything, Riolu and Oshawott have somewhat become more of acquaintances rather than constantly butting heads. So the battle will be quite a drawn out one, with in the end there being a final clash with Aquajet versus Focus Palm, and the end result, smoke, and then Riolu knocked down, clearly defeated, and in front of it, a newly evolved Duat. So with that, Ash can move on, though he will not be catching the Pokemon he normally does. So sorry, Palpitoad. Okay, so we will next have the Junior Cup episodes with Darling replacing Snivy, and Darling is going to get a lot of character development. But other than that, things are going to go the same for the next few episodes. Although, it should be noted that Oshawott is now a Duat in all of them. Okay, Ash is still going to be catching the Rock and Rolla that he normally has. And he is going to still battle the electric type gym, although instead of Politoed, he will be using his newly caught rock Pokemon against Emoga, and then that will lose, and he'll use Darling, who is slowly but steadily becoming a decent battler, still lacking behind all of the others. But Pikachu is still going to be the one to finish the gym battle. And then we're going to have Ash's battle against Alder. It will still go the same. Then the whole mess with the nature Pokemon. Then we're going to have his next gym battle, which is going to go basically the same, except for, like usual, the Darling replacing the Grass Starter, and Duat replacing Oshawott. Then we are going to have that episode where Ash catches the Sunglass Crocodile. And this is going to go much like in normal, except for, of course, Gabite replacing Pikachu, and Ash is still going to be catching the Croc. Congrats, Ash. That is one big team. And that will be all for this episode.